Hi, I'm Charles6 if you haven't watched the channel before, and if you have watched the channel before, I'm back after 4 years. Sorry for not uploading for that long, but I'm going to get into the video, and the topic is, if you haven't already read the title, is Splitgate. Now, what is Splitgate? According to Wikipedia, Splitgate is a free-to-play multiplayer arena shooter video game developed and published by 1047 Games. It released on early access on August 25th, 2021, rejoining Xbox Series X/S and PlayStation 5 later on in 2022. The main USP of this game is its portals, with the game having portable walls, which we may talk about later in a later theory. This game is easy to learn but difficult to master. My friends and I have been playing it for a while now, and I've been enjoying it very much, and we're all decent at the game. Now, to my knowledge, Splitgate does not have any official lore, but I've been focusing on the lore of why the players are here, and who and what we are. But first, let's go into some theories that I have thought of that have some evidence, but I think I may have better ideas. Also, a quick rule is that player-made maps do not count as canon. So with that, let's get into the video. False Theory 1, Avatar Theory. No, not the tall blue people in The Last Airbender. My theory for this was that the players were avatars, as in like they were holograms projected by, here's a little quiz for you, A, cameras in the sky, B, the other holograms, or C, the portable walls. Give you some time. I bet just watching this to see if I'd do anything interesting. That's right, it was C, the portable walls. This would all explain why the no portals maps have the most portals, aka the simulation maps, such as Simulation Charlie, Delta, and Alpha. It could also explain how the players could travel through portals. I saw this as a more realistic theory, as portals aren't real, and how this game is incredibly realistic. Another theory is that the players are people in suits, like the movie Gamer. By the way, you should check out Giuseppe's video on that, it's really good. There are flashing images in it, but I don't know if he says it in the video or not. Probably does. But I think my current theory is the best one, which is False Theory 2, Simulation Theory. For this theory, I think that the game is a simulation, just like a video game. But as seen in the maps such as Stadium and the simulation maps, there is a crowd witnessing the events. This could mean that the Splitgate as a whole is a sport, like good football, or vile, awful football. Not cool. I don't think this one is true, as I believe that the game itself is more of a simulation/video game. It also develops a tad confusing chain of real-life player controlling in-game player controlling an avatar. Alright, so now you know the two main theories that are scrapped, but now is the theory that I think is true. It is in the future. The world is completely virtualized, with holograms and even portals, but a breakthrough has been made. Scientists have discovered the key to immortality, but unfortunately, every time the person dies, they are reincarnated with less and less organic matter, slowly making them waste away, leaving their consciousness inside the suit. But the scientists decide not to tell the public as it might deter people, possibly seeing it as something that destroys the humanity in people. The scientists and owners of HyperNet decide to hide it behind a new sport as a more humane gladiator arena. There's multiple factions, but it all comes under the same name, Splitgate. To get more people on board, they advertise the immortality, saying that if you win, you get to stay immortal, but if you lose, you have the suit keeping you alive taken off you. This counts for skins that like skeletons and stuff, of course. You're allowed to rejoin, of course. That is if you're still alive afterwards. The players are sent to various arenas to brawl from all parts of the planet, from an abandoned underwater conservatory type of Atlantis to the deserts of Oasis. The players respawn by their molecules ripping apart suddenly and moving back to a spawn point. The entire suits are not necessary to respawn, but they are unfortunately not bulletproof, causing some organic matter to be removed, eventually leaving people to have some bones or even organs replaced in order to keep the gladiators alive. So that was the lore so far. Evidence for this is the description for the skin/avatars, depending on what you believe. The description says, if you die in Splitgate, do you die in real life? Nope, as long as you're wearing your HyperNet armor, of course. HyperNet is also the company I chose, as it would make sense that the company that made the armor would also make the game. Also, there are advertisements all around the map. I did find some interesting things, like what seems to be oil spills in the Atlantis map. So I suspected a robot theory, but I think that the immortality theory is the best, as it best explains the varying types of skins, from Babu to Bobby. There are also some things, such as being able to fly out of the map in custom mode, but that can be counted as non-canon, as the players decide what goes on there. Please do remember that this is unofficial lore. Also, I would like to announce that the podcast is now discontinued. but I'm moving to Spotify for a new podcast titled Talking Over the World. You know, like taking over the world, but talking. It's cool. I like it. So yeah, if I ever decide to record that, I probably won't with my schedule. I'll probably release an episode 1 here as like a preview / trailer on what to come. Maybe some more podcast / video series if I feel like it, I guess. Oh, and Talking Over the World will have some guests. My sources were the Wikipedia, and there is an official Splitgate website on the internet. Also, it's a free-to-play game, as I said earlier. I really recommend checking it out. It's really good. So, for the first time in a few years, adios, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.